Guys, this is just going to be a quick little review about the thruster Saturn 9. I stumbled across it on the Walmart website, and it was only $210. This video might be kind of all over the place with information, but I had seen these a while back for $450, $600 range, okay? And I wanted to find a review for it. Didn't find anything on YouTube. So that's why I'm posting this. Maybe somebody else will come across it, wonder if it's a good deal or not. And obviously this is just my opinion. But yeah, I think it was a pretty good deal. I'll bring you in a little bit closer and show you some of the parts, but I'll go ahead and tell you what I know. All right, which isn't much. Feel free to put some comments down there if you know more than I do. It won't hurt my feelings at all. So I know a lot of times these bikes come with little to no grease in the bearings. And I was fully expecting to get ball bearings or cage bearings, whatever they might be called. So I took off one side of the crankset, which also had blue Loctite on it. I was surprised to see that. And there were sealed bearings, which is usually an upgrade. Everybody who's buying a bike, first thing they bellyache about are the bearings. You gotta buy sealed bearings, you gotta buy sealed bearings. I think they were greased enough, you know, for the majority of us that are out there just cruising around. You're going to be good to go as long as they're greased, right? But nonetheless, it already came with sealed bearings. I did recently find out that you can actually take a cover off or some sort of, maybe it's a rubber seal, I don't really know, and you can actually grease them more. I didn't know that, but I went ahead and put them back together. Assembly is pretty straightforward. All you usually got to do is put on the front wheel, put on the handlebars, put the seat on, and you're good to go. I did buy a layback seat post. I'm 6'3", so I like as much leg room as I can get. I have another one that is just a little bit too much, so I like the look of this one. It does come with a regular seat and straight seat post. I also came with four pegs. I don't know if you can see them because of the angle. I'm probably never going to use them, but I'm a big kid and I like them. It was missing one of the chain tensioners. So as you can see, I've got SE style chain tensioners on there, right here. It was missing one, so obviously that's unfortunate, but those are relatively cheap. I'd probably say about $10. And, you know, of course, no chain guard, no reflectors, anything like that. And I had to pay someone to adjust the brakes. It's something I've never been able to figure out or do a good job with. So it is worth the $15 to get it done right, so I'm not hassling with it. But yeah, it came in obviously in a box. There was one hole in the box. I was a little concerned about it, but absolutely nothing was wrong. There's only one little chip in the paint right here, which I'm not going to concern myself with. It came with a 3-pad set. I don't like the pads on the neck, so I'm not putting that one on. And really, I think that's about it. It's super smooth. There's no grinding, there's no creaking, nothing like that. I'll take this for a short little ride, just so you can kind of hear it. But or not hear it, I guess. But my point is, you know, when you talk to a lot of guys that are riding some of these higher end bikes, $800, $900 bikes, they always talk about the first thing they got to do is change stuff out. And people are beating this bike up. I believe the company might be Kent. I could be wrong, which I think might be a Walmart bike. I think they're also sold in Dick's Sporting Goods. Nonetheless, you know, I'll bring you in closer to check out the welds. And I think just because it's from Walmart, people are beating up on it. You know, for the majority of us that are out there just cruising, we're big kids, and that's all we're doing, cruising. I mean, if you're trying to take this thing off a half pipe or something like that, maybe to a skate park, whatever you might be doing, if you're doing something crazy on it, yeah, you might want to look into the quality a little bit more than what I am. But like I say, for the most of us, and we're just out there cruising, enjoying the sunshine, and getting outside, getting some fresh air. You know, we're older now, we're big kids, right? So that's just what we like to do. But don't worry about where people are saying, oh, it's garbage, it's garbage. It's not garbage. It's an aluminum frame, it's lightweight, it comes with double wall rims. Could the cranksets be better? Sure. If you spend $900 on a bike, I guarantee you could upgrade the cranks. The chain, could it be better? Sure. You can always upgrade everything. The handlebars, for some people, from what I've read, are a little bit wide, and but they've cut an inch off or so. You know, that's a complete preference. I think this bike is fantastic. I'm going to go ahead and bring you in for a closer look at some of the components now. All right, cool. All right, so here we go. I guess we'll start at the front of the bike. As you can kind of see, it's a fairly wide handlebar set, low rise, which a lot of times I'll get a higher rise handlebar, but I kind of like the way these sit, you know, so I'm probably not going to change those out. Probably a generic tire, but whatever, right? I'm just out there cruising. Like I said, it comes with 4 sets of the pegs there. Whatever style of brake you want to call that, I don't know, man. But it's adjusted and it works. You can take a look at the crank set here. Without doing the math, I think it's around a 30 to 33 to 13 tooth gear ratio. Could be wrong. You know, feel free to look at the specs on that. Thruster Saturn 9. Like I said, I did get this on the Walmart website, not in store, for $210. And that's as of March of 2024. I don't know how long this video is going to be out, but just kind of wanted to throw that out there. Really cool looking bike, man. I love the color. You know, the stance is pretty cool. It's not a loop tail. Almost comes across as a loop tail. Honestly, loop tail is probably my favorite. And I really wanted to get a Hutch 29er, but they stopped selling those frames and fork sets, which alone were $800. So you're looking at probably minimum $1,500 to $2,000 just to build that bike out. And in comparison, for $210, at least for my pocket, I couldn't beat this deal. So again, that's pretty much it. You know, it's a real smooth ride. Like I said, it comes with the 3-pad set, which is pretty cool in my opinion. The grips are a little bit different. I've never had this style before, but they've got these little screws on the end, and I guess that's how they get secured. Never dealt with those. I didn't take these off. I didn't really look into it anymore, but I think that's a pretty cool feature. Take a look at the neck. Pretty generic, nothing special, but again, $210, so you really can't expect much, but you tighten down those bolts and you're going to be good to go. I added a little flare, little red dice on the ends there. Probably not going to do too much more. Of course, I'll add something for my phone. I'll tell you one thing I wish the 29ers would do is add the little grommets here, so you could add a water bottle cage, because definitely want some water while you're out there. All right, that's going to do it for this part. I'm going to go ahead and take it for a cruise with you, just so you can kind of not hear how smooth it is, if that makes sense. So, all right, see you in a bit. All right, so this might not be too smooth. I'm just kind of holding my phone here. Take a listen. I'll put you down by the cranks. Can't hear anything. It's really smooth. I mean, it's such a great riding bike. For me, being 6'3", these handlebars, they're just about perfect. You know, maybe an inch or two more on the rise might be great, but I'm probably not going to change them out. I like the width. Real comfortable. I might raise the seat up just a little bit, but other than that, man, you can't beat it. It's a cool little cruiser. Maybe I'll learn how to wheel it. Who knows, right? All right, well, anyway, if you got any questions or anything, just go ahead and drop them down there, and I'll do my best to get back to you. But again, $210 delivered to my door. Free shipping. Check it out, walmart.com. It's just on the website. All right, you guys take it easy.